Life has a funny way of teaching us lessons, not always through books or classrooms, but through pain, through disappointment, through heartbreak, and sometimes through silence. Today I want to tell you about the hardest lesson life ever taught me. Not just a lesson from a book, but one that came from real pain, from real confusion, from real growth. I used to think life was fair, that if I just did good things, if I was kind, honest, and worked hard, then good things would naturally come my way. I believed in the idea of karma, that what you give is what you get, that kindness is always returned, that love is always appreciated, that hard work is always rewarded. But slowly, reality began to challenge that belief. There was a time in my life when I gave everything I had, emotionally, mentally, even physically, to something I believed in, to someone I cared deeply about. I poured my heart out, thinking it was safe, thinking I was building something lasting, something meaningful. But the truth is, sometimes no matter how much you give, it's not enough for the wrong person. I was left behind, ignored, dismissed. Like all the effort, all the love, all the sacrifices meant nothing. And you know what's worse than being rejected? Being forgotten, being treated like you never mattered. In the days that followed, I questioned everything. Did I do too much? Was I not enough? Should I have been colder, stronger, less available? I replayed conversations in my head, analyzed every little thing I said or did, looking for answers, trying to find a reason for the pain. It felt like a storm inside my chest, a quiet storm, but powerful. I smiled on the outside, but inside, I was falling apart. Then one night I remember sitting alone, in silence, no music, no phone, just me and my thoughts. And a sentence came into my mind, a sentence I had never told myself before. You can't control how others treat you, but you can control how you treat yourself. That hit me. All this time, I was trying to be enough for someone else, but I never stopped to ask, am I being enough for me? The hardest lesson life taught me is this: not everyone will value you the way you value them, and that's not your fault. It's not a sign that you're not worthy. It's just a sign that people love differently. Some love conditionally, some love only when it's easy, and some don't know how to love at all. You can't teach someone how to love you right. You can't force them to see your worth. All you can do is love yourself enough to walk away from what hurts. It took time. It wasn't instant. But day by day, I started healing. Not by forgetting, but by forgiving. Not by pretending it didn't happen, but by learning why it happened. I began setting boundaries. I started respecting my own energy. I chose peace over attention, growth over comfort, healing over revenge. And slowly, I started to feel whole again. If I could go back and talk to the version of me who was broken, you did your best. You loved deeply. You gave sincerely. And that's not something to regret. It's something to be proud of. Your heart is not a weakness. Your kindness is not a mistake. Your loyalty was never the problem. So, to you who's listening right now, if you're hurting, if someone walked away, if life didn't reward your effort, I want you to hear this clearly. You're not alone, and you're not broken. You're learning. You're growing. You're becoming stronger, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. One day, you'll look back on this pain and realize it was a turning point, a new beginning, the end of who you used to be and the start of who you're meant to become. Pain is a teacher, and not an easy one. But if you let it, it will shape you into someone softer, wiser, and more powerful. So embrace your story, even the messy parts, because that's where the real lessons live. The hardest lesson life taught me was also the one that saved me. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. And most importantly, thank you for choosing to keep going. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, take care of your heart. You deserve peace, always.